City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. City talk.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to City Talk. It's this August 15th, and another edition for this month.
So, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the CoyoteMan show network.
And if you haven't downloaded the CoyoteMan TV show network on Amazon Fire, Roku, and you can find it where you find your mobile apps.
You know what I'm saying? So, today is a special day for me, you know what I'm saying?
What's that?
It's like the day I like to shout my the twins out, Tristan and Taylor. Yo, Daddy, we love you.
Shout out to the twins. There it is.
No doubt. And today my son gave me a little facts on some things like the James Webb telescope.
Okay, what's that?
He was telling me that if it was if the James Webb was on the other side of the universe and was a look at the Earth, then from the light years away, that they would be able to see the dinosaurs.
Wow.
So that far away in the opposite direction. So, because light travel, the light that we get now is from before we was even here,
millions of years
ago. You know what I mean? So so you even quote me a fact on that the James Webb Hubble.
Oh yeah, well the Hubble actually, the James Webb can actually see further than the Hubble. So the Hubble, if you were on the other side, you actually see the Earth being formed.
You talking about on the other side of the universe,
right? Where the limits of where the Hubble could see. If you were there, looking back at where we are, you would see the Earth being formed. Like you see those galaxies and stuff like that. You would see our solar system being formed.
Wow, yeah. So that's a dope joint. But yeah, brother G. It's August, and we're in the middle of the month. If you ain't paid them bills by now, it's damn sure enough it's late.
So, dog days of summer almost behind us. Did you notice it's getting a little cooler?
Yeah, it's getting cooler, and it's getting a little. It's not as the sun ain't as up as long as it was before, but it's cool. You know what I mean? It's better than it was 2 weeks ago.
You ain't lying. The sun decided to start kind of call it quits. And speaking of somebody else who's calling it quits. Did you know that Serena Williams is she's retiring after almost 30 years of being one of the world's top tennis stars?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Right. She has 23 Grand Slam titles.
Wow.
Yeah. She said she had to evolve away from tennis to focus on other things that she finds more important, like her family and furthering her career somewhere else. She's not gonna be able to play tennis forever.
Yeah, you hate to see the superstars leave though, because it's like the last couple of matches. Just like remember the last couple games before Mike retired or Cal Ripken. You know what I'm saying? It's like damn. You know what I'm saying? It's like you think that it's gonna go on forever, but eventually it all comes to an end.
Yeah, I guess they're only human. Flesh and blood, they're made.
Yeah, but she definitely made a mark in the world.
She definitely did.
So definitely shout out to Serena Williams. Is her sister gonna still play?
Has Venus been? I don't know if she's been playing. I think Venus sat down a while ago because her sister was just dominating everything. She probably said, "Hey, I got my money."
Okay. Yeah, I'm saying. Bye. Well, anyway, on to another note. Here in the state of Maryland, that they short. I just found this out. They short 5,500 teachers.
Wow.
And now that the statewide, they bringing in teachers from Walmart now. Baltimore City from Walmart.
Actual teachers or just people?
Anybody, I guess, who want to step up to be, a substitute teacher now. And Baltimore City has so-called closed the gap. I guess school is about to start to close the gap, and they're bringing in substitute teachers.
Wow.
So I just hope, this is,
I ain't saying that,
I'm just saying that I ain't saying that it's nobody's not qualified to teach, but I do think it does take a special person to teach.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want to see someone going up and teaching algebra 2 or chemistry or something that they know that they,
but don't have a proper understanding of what it is.
Because you go up in there and, you go mess somebody up, and then it can discourage a child too to say, look, yo, this teacher ain't teaching me. Right.
You remember, well, I know when I was in school, some of the substitutes, they were being taught as they were teaching us. Sometimes they be like, I didn't know that. Hey, but did you hear that this is one of those things like you had said last week with the kid that was found dead and down in that town, the white supremacists?
Yeah.
This the same but different. A grand jury has declined to indict Emmett Till's accuser after discovery of a 1955 warrant. And it seems a grand jury in Mississippi has declined to charge. Her name is Carolyn Bryant Donham for kidnapping in Emmett Till's case because her husband and I think his brother were the ones that killed him.
Okay.
And similar, they were confronted afterwards. They even admitted it. And then Mississippi wouldn't do anything to him. She came out in 2017 and admitted that she lied and said that, because she said that he tried to rape her or something like that. And what he did was whistled at her.
Okay.
So she admitted that she lied in 2017. So that stirred up an uproar. And
because I thought he whistled, but she went further and said something else.
Touched her.
He touched her, okay.
Right.
Sexually assault or whatever.
Right.
So that wasn't the case.
Exactly. And her husband and his brother killed them. They didn't get convicted in court. And now you see this, it was a 1955 warrant for her husband and her back then. Her husband been deceased.
In Mississippi.
Right. And now she's recanting, saying that, I don't remember saying that, I switched the story up in 2017.
So who's the only one still alive?
She is.
Okay, so now she's backpedaling.
Right. And, the people down in Mississippi that are in her defense are saying, well, she's 80-something years old. But the Emmett Till family is saying, hey, you need to come out here and face your accuser.
Right.
And, it's just crazy. That's one of them things where this still right in our face type of stuff.
Right.
Right. Speaking of that, too, did you hear the story of Breonna Greer? She, young girl in Hancock County, Georgia. Her family called 911 because she was suffering a mental illness. Apparently, she goes through these breakdowns.
Okay.
Where they got a call for. So the police come, and she was placed in the back of the patrol car, handcuffed, but not in the seatbelt. Now the officer's saying when the vehicle started moving, she fell out of the car.
Okay. So she was in a cruiser. She wasn't in a paddy wagon. She was in a cruiser.
She was in a cruiser.
So while she was in the cruiser, they saying that he was driving and she didn't have a seatbelt on.
And she was handcuffed.
And she fell out a moving cruiser.
Right. Now the autopsy is pointing towards blunt force trauma. The family says she often has these episodes and usually an ambulance service comes to pick her up. But this time it was a police car without the ambulance. Like once again, and when you look at the police, we try to speak to people in the city that are doing bad to say, come on, man, have a level head, some common sense. But when you the police and you do something, it could have been a mistake, right? But why try to cover it up? I don't know what happened. She just fell out the car. Come on, you can just say that out your mouth.
Nobody falls out of a car, though.
Exactly.
Nobody falls out of a car.
The door's closed. The door's closed.
Because don't you know, like on the back, what is that child safety light? I think most squad cars have
exactly.
that. To where they got to let you out.
Exactly.
So somebody to say somebody fell out the car, but once again, who's the guy you said last week, the Attorney General? Where is he at?
Merrick Garland.
Yeah.
Well, he's down there issuing warrants to raid Trump's house.
That was crazy.
That was
crazy. Once again, in our lifetime, and I say this again, we've seen some pretty wild things on the next level of the government.
Right.
Like before, you didn't really get it. Like, you had Tricky Dick and all of them back then and that was kind of, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was the start to it. But like now, I mean, you getting, they ran up in this house like, Like the Michigan boys, they look like Michigan football team ran up in his house.
They said he had some documents that he wasn't supposed to have, and they were going back and forth about, whether or not it was some secrets in there, or I don't know. He said he declassified all of them while he was president, so he should be able to have them. And that's a whole S show for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm interested to see how this plays out. I'm real interested to see how this plays out.
Honestly, what they're doing is fueling his base, because he once again, like, Trump is the ultimate victim. If you do something to him, he's going to get you.
He's vindictive, yeah.
Very, very. And now you giving him fuel, and I mean, who knows? Who knows? But hey, on another note, what I was sitting there touching on when I said we talking to the community, have a level head. Coyote's out there with we are us people now.
Okay.
And I know why he's out there.
Right.
You know why?
Why?
This is the 227th day of the year.
Okay.
And today we got 228 murders.
Wow.
So we more than a person a day. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing what that organization's doing.
Right. Shout out to Coyote for going out there. He boots on the ground today. So
no doubt, because it's like something has to be done, and it's not gonna come from the top. No. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to.
Yeah. That's it. So like on a lighter note, HBCU Fisk University. They are the first. They are the first HBCU in 156 years to have the first gymnastics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they're in Fisk University down in Nashville, Tennessee.
So hold up, you saying they are the first ones to have gymnastics in the HBCU?
Yeah,
wow.
Okay. Fisk University.
I heard that.
Down in Nashville. So that's interesting to see, because I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie, you got to say. I mean, it all started with Dominique Dawes, with fellas that, little girls want to flip and all that. Right. Then, then you had the Gabby, then you got, Simone. So it's like, now it's just like, and I'm interested to see that. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that this year. So I don't think gymnastics really start. I think it don't start till like January, February sometime. So I'm gonna keep my eye on them, see how they do. You know what I mean? I don't know if they stay in a conference or whatever, or they gonna be like an independence, like they, different trials with different schools or whatever.
Oh, when they start saying how nice those girls get to flipping and stuff like that, they definitely going to.
Oh yeah.
Hey, did you hear? It's crazy. The CDC said that now the same rules apply for vaccinated people as unvaccinated people. They said you don't have to quarantine if you come down with it. You just need to wear a high quality mask. And it's like, once again, what in the world was all that for?
So explain this to me. Like, I'm confused.
So now the CDC is the Center for Disease Control, and they came out with their latest update on the corona.
Okay.
And they're saying if you come down with it now, you no longer have to go quarantine. You don't have to do the 6 feet. Just wear a mask.
So business as usual.
Business as usual with a mask on. But the thing is, it's like they told us these strands with, Omicron and Marion and, and now they saying, well, no, they said it's here to stay. It's here to stay. It's an endemic, which means it's going to constantly happen. So just wear a mask. So what if we just did that from the start? And from the start, remember they said don't wear a mask.
So hold on. So it wasn't. I'm sorry. It wasn't your boy. What's his name? Fauci. Fauci didn't say this. Who said this?
Well, this is the Center for Disease Control.
Okay.
I don't know what actual person said it, but the news reported that.
So now all you gotta do if you're sick, you can run around and just put a mask on.
Just put a mask on. And then look, speaking of that, I know you heard about this. Polio has shown up in the New York and in London wastewater.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, in the wastewater. It started off in Rockland County, that's north of the city. Mm-hmm. So now they're saying it was in the wastewater. Whatever.
They said those people that live there are resistant to vaccinations.
But when you born, I mean, don't you get all that stuff when you first born?
Well, if you're an Orthodox person or you're against vaccinations, no, they don't give it to your child if you don't.
If I'm not mistaken, if you don't have these, you can't go to school, right? Public schools.
That's not true.
That's not true?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You cite your religious beliefs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. obviously is in the water. So I mean, in the wastewater. So I just want to know what made them test it. What made them say
They constantly test the wastewater.
Okay.
That's how they used to find out areas that had high concentrations with drugs.
Okay.
They would taste the wastewater and they know what's in there, and then the feds would come and start investigating where it's coming from.
Where it's coming from. Okay.
I mean?
Yeah. Remember a couple weeks ago? Remember when what's her name? Nancy Pelosi was over in Taiwan. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
And she was over there. So China had remember they sent their fighter jets that flew over the country when she was there. They sent a dozen of fighter jets over. Right. That was about 2 weeks ago. Uh-huh. So now just last week, they found a Russian surveillance aircraft within the Alaska air defense zone.
Mm.
So that's kind of like it was edge cutting because it's close enough to say, like testing the limit. So, just kind of keep your eye on these kind of things because, if you're a person of chess, I mean, nobody just comes straight out the gate with the big moves, but people do test their limits. So
yeah, you're right, and the that part of the East has been dying to try to, put a chink in democracy.
Yeah, but that wasn't China that did with the Alaska thing. That was one of the Russians.
Well, that's considered the East.
Okay,
too,
okay, yeah. So there was even though that's like right there in that peninsula of Alaska, but still it still was kind of like it was cutting edge. It was like because it's kind of funny. Like a couple days, like a week before that, they did what they did with Nancy Pelosi there in Taiwan. Now a week, like a couple days later, then you put a surveillance plane and say, well, let's just see what's going on.
And Russia's going to test its limits anyway because they know we want Brittany Griner back.
Oh well, at this point, but did you hear that they working on the swap off?
Right, but they working on the swap, but they said all legal avenues have to be exhausted first. So she got to appeal. She gotta do everything.
Oh, so it ain't just like that.
She just appealed, and she's going to get her decision in about 3 months for the appeal.
Okay.
And then the next step in the Russian, justice system has to go through until the final thing would be the prisoner swap if they can't work something out.
It sounds like we're playing a bunch of games here.
Yeah, I mean,
once again, we're playing political football again.
Putin ain't stupid. He ain't been in office forever.
Because then the thing is, they saying that's not the prison she's supposed to stay in Moscow. They saying she's supposed to go to another part of Russia, but they said more than likely she'll never leave Moscow because they gonna work on that the whole.
Yeah, she like you said, she that political pawn.
Okay, yeah. So that's hey, so we just go see where this go at. It's interesting to watch, Speaking of which, did you hear about the whole lottery joint? They saying there's some fraudulent activity. Saying one person won over 79 times in the 4-digit for $5,000. The 3-digit and scratch-offs for large amounts of money within the Pennsylvania and the Maryland region.
I don't know, because when you were telling me that, I was sitting there like, well, how could somebody falsify a lottery ticket? And this is like, are they mad?
No, I ain't saying they falsify, but they just saying there's a little. They just saying they want to do a little investigation.
I mean, are they mad? I mean, that to me would say don't play the lottery because I guess you're not supposed to win.
No, but I'm not saying this. I ain't saying there's nothing corrupt going on with it. If you have enough money, you can go ahead and
I'm a lottery player. So I'm sitting there like, well, what in the world are they talking about just because he hit? I would be losing my mind if I played.
Yeah, but for large amounts of money, they said 79.
Man, some of those $30 scratch-offs, the prize is a nice prize if you hit. That's a $30 scratch-off. He might have went in there and like, give me 5 of the books.
79 times, yo. I mean, 50, 60,000, 80,000.
I know people that's what they do for a living.
Okay, I'm not saying that's not true. I'm talking about scratch. I'm talking about just the scratch off. It's like
some people go buy.
I know some old cats. They play every damn.
I know
day.
A dude. He played $500 for midday and $500 for evening.
That's how often do he hit?
When he hit for like 20 or 30,000. He usually hit once every.
I'm talking about out of a game.
No, he hitting weekly.
Well, maybe that's the person they talking about then.
No, he ain't.
Maybe that's the person they talking about.
Shoot, I worked at Verizon with a guy, and he used to complain.
Right.
He used to walk around, and he was like, "Man, I hit again, man." I said, well, why you mad? He said, man, it's going to change my tax bracket, man. So he would go to the young girls in the office and, take them to lunch, get them to, cash the ticket and break them.
But you got to be careful with that, too, because if you went for a certain amount of money and you owe any type of taxes, child support,
snatch,
any of that,
snatch.
The thing is, they gonna say, give me that.
Man, my aunt, she won $5,000, gave the ticket to her baby father to go cash. He had back child support.
So they took all
blicked it.
No, because once you sign your name on the back of that
ticket,
put your
social security number down. That's it. You know what I mean? Okay. And they blicked the whole $5,000 and paid his back child support off. She was hot.
Yeah,
she was hot.
Cash your own ticket. That's like they say, like, even if you got the Mega Million or whatever, that's why they say sometimes even if just sign the back of the ticket.
Right.
Sign the back of the ticket. So
even if somebody find it, they can't cash it in. Shoot, and this is like almost a lottery thing. And in 1991, a Mickey Mantle baseball card was purchased for $50,000. Now in 1991, I'd have been like, I don't know, $50,000 for no baseball card. But it's up for auction now, and currently it's up to $6 million. And the auction won't close for another 3 months. They expect to get close to $10 million for that card.
I mean, if you're a collector, I get it. That's just like artwork. You know what I mean? That's just like artwork. But I mean, for a baseball card. A baseball card. Hey, to the people that love baseball cards and collecting stuff like that, hey, shout out. But man, like, do kids even collect baseball cards anymore? Football cards?
I don't really see anybody doing it. But I mean, like I said, $6 million here. Now I got this.
Hey, as a collector's item, I mean, I guess people want to be like, hey, yo, you want to see something slick? And they pull out the...
And then what you hear, like the Smurfs. Ooh. You can't let them hold it. Let me hold it. No. Can't touch this. Break it down.
Yo, but it was a situation that happened down in Missouri. Mm-hmm. It was at a water park. It's called Lee Summit Park, and it was a black family that was down there, and they was having a party, and they registered, they paid online, everything. They had their own DJ, everything. Mm-hmm. And when they arrived at the park, they said they had booked in advance. They was coming with the children. They didn't overextend the number amount that could get into the park, the water park, right? So guess what they turn around and they do? The people came out and said, look here, unfortunately, but the way they went about it, they came with the police and was like, unfortunately, we're not gonna allow you guys to come in the party. We're gonna give you guys your money back. Something that they said they seen on social media, and they don't want this in the pool or whatever. But they was like, they didn't give them their money back. You can pull this up. This happened down in right down in Missouri. They canceled it, told them they go get them their money back, and people sent out their way, and they got their own security, had their own DJ, everything. They was like, yo, but we pay other people, not just you guys. We pay other people. The police officer was like, I don't got nothing to do with this. I'm here with them. Dang. So, and of course they were white, the ones that did this. So I don't understand, like, like they said that they let them know hours before the party.
So these people had made all these arrangements. Got everything set up. Yeah. So they didn't give a specific reason. They just said.
They said no. They said something. They came up with it was like a water version why they said that, like, no, you soak your feet in flour, so we don't want you. I'm not saying that's what they said, but it was
just a general.
It was phony. So I guess they just was like, yo, like, and I mean, you saw all these black kids and the parents and everything. And it was like, and the mother went off. I mean, you could clearly see she was just like, well, we got our own security, and it was just like, nah. So once again, stop supporting places that don't want you there. And man, like, yo, don't
just like crispy crunch, right?
Yo, see, you weren't supposed to bring that up, yo. See.
My bad. Man. I was thinking about House Bill 837.
That's all right. That's all right though, because it's funny. Those who know, they will get a kick out of that one. Yeah, Crispy
My
crunch.
bad. I was thinking about House Bill 837. You know what I mean? Thinking about that good. Yeah, I mean, crispy crunch.
Yeah, man. And also too, right? This right here, Amazon now then teamed up with Morgan State University.
Oh,
and what
word.
they're gonna do is they got a prepaid tuition. So if you want to come there, they have advanced courses and things, so you can further, your career with Amazon and all that. So they teamed up with Morgan.
Man, Jeff just doing it, man.
Yeah, Morgan is one of the first HBCUs with a 4-year degree that teamed up with Morgan to do that. So, yeah, I think that's a good look too, because you can still work there.
I ain't gonna lie, Amazon is all about diversity, and they are about moving their people forward.
Yeah.
If you want to move up in Amazon, you're not gonna just stay on fries and stay clean.
Right. Oh man, so yeah, I think that's a good look for Morgan. That's like, you can still work, go to school, all this good stuff, and you can say, hey, look, and get a degree, move up. You've been there the whole time, so that's what's up.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, also too, I saw this online, and it was interesting. It was there's a woman named Kalima Norman. She said that American Airlines had told her, you're banned from us. You can't fly with us anymore, because they say they didn't like her tone.
Wow.
So they didn't like her tone. They had a disagreement before they was boarding the plane.
Okay.
And I guess she got a little maybe aggressive or so, and told her and her daughter and said, no, like, the husband was with him, but he didn't get banned. But they said they didn't like her tone, so they banned her from America.
I think her neck was snapping too much.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because the sister probably went up there like, and she knew she was right, whatever it was, and it was just like, it was just real easy for them to just write that off. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that ain't my first time hearing about American Airlines too. And it was also another story about American Airlines, where that it was a family that they blocked from boarding, and they had a daughter that had special needs. Now I don't know the name of this family, because I don't know the name of the family. I don't know if they was black or white or whatever. But they said she had special needs. They said she had seizure. So they had bought a ticket to get on the plane to sit near the front, because they were like the vibration in the back. They don't like it, whatever. Okay. So they had a delayed flight. So they moved them to a further, like in the back. So they had everybody sitting separate away, and they told her that, so they was just like, look, you know what I mean? Nah, we're not even going to board you. So that was American Airlines. These airlines been going nuts. I don't know what's going on. Maybe something in the air, literally. But they was like, that was American Airlines again. And then Spirit, this happened just a couple days ago. Spirit Airline also kicked a couple off the plane because that they thought that they had they thought that the wife had monkeypox.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that was yeah. But she had what's the skin disease?
Eczema.
Yeah, she had that. So they told her that, you know what I'm saying, and she proved it or whatever. But I guess people scared now.
Yeah.
People are scared now. So
they're saying that anyone that has multiple sex partners now qualifies for the monkeypox vaccine. So, multiple sex partners, you might want to check it out. But look, before we get out of here, I wanted to talk about House Bill 837. And if passed, that would legalize 1.5 ounces for personal use. It would also legalize the ability to grow 2 plants, and would automatically expunge convictions for conduct that will be made legal under the law. So basically, if you had a conviction for 1.5 ounces or under, or 2 plants, then they would expunge that, and individuals serving time for such offenses would be allowed to file for resentencing. Now, this would actually occur, not as soon as the election is over, but it will occur in January 1st, 2023. So up until then, the law still is what it is. But July 1st, 2023. After July 1st, 2023, it would go into effect. If passed, you'll be able to have 1.5 ounces on you personal use, and you could grow 2 plants for each individual household. So that would be something nice. People get out there, you know what I mean? Even our street folk, you know what I mean? If you can vote, get out there and push it through, you know what I mean? So all of us can enjoy ourselves and, get into the horticulture, you know what I'm saying? It is a plant, we can grow, teach our kids, how to, maybe not grow that. We start off with strawberries, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what's that? Jared Polis from Colorado. He's also did a special on marijuana in his state. So anybody that was in the state that got locked up for like X amount of pounds at a certain time, that he's also exonerating all they have felonies. He's taking them all off. Not only that, he's getting them employed with these dispensaries.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? So he's definitely he's getting them out of jail. So like, you know what I'm saying, the ones that got caught with, at the time, because it's like he's saying it's legal now. So anybody that had a marijuana charge in his state, he's expunging all of it.
It's actually Indian reservation where they banned alcohol and weed is legal.
Okay.
They said for years alcohol was destroying them, and they said weed is a lot better drug to abuse if you're gonna abuse anything. And it's like they said, I forgot what states bordered them, but they said people run back and forth and bootleg liquor in their reservation, but they said they welcome marijuana, but they no alcohol. And hey, I ain't gonna lie.
The Indians, they didn't, you know what I'm saying, they didn't drink alcohol anyway. They used to call it firewater. Right.
They said that's how the Europeans got a lot of them, because they said they got them drunk and showed them themselves in mirrors. And the Indians never they would see themselves maybe in the water or something, but they never saw themselves in the mirror. And while you drunk, you're like, look.
Matter of fact, this happened a while ago, right? This was off the coast of Ghana, and piles of clothes from Britain, unwanted clothes, washed up on the shoreline and on the beaches.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was. I mean, I don't know what that's about. Maybe the clothes, maybe somebody, maybe.
It probably was them clothes from them yellow boxes.
What yellow box?
Them yellow boxes where you donate the clothes to.
Yeah, that could have been that. That could have been that.
I heard that's funding some kind of crazy conspiracy about. Some people told me don't donate the clothes in there. I didn't get that far into why, but it probably was those clothes.
Yeah, well, they washed up on the shore. This happened probably about like 3 weeks ago. So that was definitely.
But I ain't gonna lie, I gotta get up out of here. We gotta get up out of here. City Talk. Got a grill full of smoke. You know what I'm saying? Got them wings, Gotta get home to them. Make sure they don't.
Before we go, though, I got another fun fact.
What's that?
George Jetson was born on July 31st, 2022.
Oh, happy birthday, George.
George Jetson. That was in July. I know.
I know what I mean.
So, I mean,
he a baby now.
So maybe we'll get
flying cars. I'm gonna go home and smoke a cigar for you, George. Stay away from Jane. She gonna take your money. Hey, look, tell Elroy to do some damn push-ups. City Talk. We'll see y'all next week.
City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. City Talk.